everybody is actually looking forward to owning a house.
I was very, very happy when I got the allocation for the house.
Mortgage can actually work in Nigeria.
Hello, good evening, and thanks for joining us on another episode of the program, Everyone Deserves a Home. I am Aisha Mohammed Ahmed, the regular anchor. The management of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria presented an exclusive report to its mother ministry last week, detailing its strategic goals for the year 2025, as well as the stride it is making to transform lives through ensuring that more Nigerians have access to decent and affordable homes. That briefing provided key insights into the progress that has been made in deploying the bank's core banking application, amendment of the act establishing the bank, as well as the recapitalization drive, amongst other key issues. Join me in the course of the program for details as we bring you excerpts from this presentation. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Let's begin the program with news highlights. In our diary tonight, FMBN prepares for a good showing at the 46th Kaduna International Trade Fair, and OCD inspects Kano Housing Project, pledges more affordable homes. These and other stories will come up shortly. Don't go away. In line with its efforts to reach more Nigerians with its products and services, the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, is currently participating in the 46th Kaduna International Trade Fair, holding in Kaduna State. Speaking with our correspondent at the fairground, Aminu Sabo of the Corporate Communications Department of the FMBN explained that the bank's participation at the fair is to provide an opportunity for more Nigerians to be informed about the bank.
Well, the essence of the participation is to enlighten Nigerians on the activities of the bank. We all know that the bank is meant, the aim of the bank is to provide mortgage services to Nigerians who are willing to own their own homes. The bank normally gives loans from 1 to 50 million naira and payable in 30 years, depending on the years of the person that's applying it. Again, in the bank, we have a lot of loans, products and services. We have rent to own, we have construction loan. We also have home renovation loan, construction loan, NHF loan, cooperative loan. All these loan products are meant for Nigerians to apply and access.
Aminu Sabo further said that officials from the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria will be available at the bank pavilion throughout the fair period, with a special FMBN day coming up on Friday, 21st February 2025, dedicated for an elaborate sensitization program on the bank's activities.
We actually invite all Nigerians to come and witness our day, to come and participate, to make inquiries concerning to our operations. Our day is going to be on the 21st of February, Friday, 21st of February. So we're inviting all to come and witness what we have, to come up with the inquiries, and so that we can help them on how to access our products and services.
The Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, has reaffirmed its commitment to affordable housing with inspection of the Ayab Estate project in Kano State. The 70-unit estate, developed by Ayab Nigeria Limited, is one of the projects in the state which is providing homes for teachers, healthcare workers and other civil servants. Similar projects are also underway in Minjibir, Kura, Kaura and Bichi that will be replicated to expand housing access for civil servants. FMBN Managing Director Shehu Usman OCD commended the project quality and timely completion, stating that it meets the bank's affordability standards, with 3-bedroom units priced at 7.5 million naira and 2-bedroom units at 6.5 million naira.
Project consists of 70 housing units. It is one of several other locations in Kano State. It is a total of projects to be executed in about 5 locations. and 70 in some locations and 50 in some other locations, depending on the viability of those locations. So we have one in Minjibur, one in Kawara, one in Kura, and another in Bichi. And I am happy to say that the developer for this particular project, IAB Nigeria Limited, is one of the best developers that the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has had to engage with.
Also speaking, FMBN's Executive Director of Loans and Mortgages, Honorable Mohammed Sani Abdu, assured that loan applications will be swiftly processed.
From my 1 year that I've been an Executive Director in charge of loans, we have never been reneging. We have never been reneging on our part. What happens is that if you see a lethargy, that means delay in disbursement, which is called, more often it comes from various sources, which is external to us. And that's why you can see we have started thinking of a training program for our developers who will now come and learn the ropes before they go to the field. And we are also designing cost-effective houses.
The management of ASO Savings and Loans PLC recently paid a courtesy visit to the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN, at its headquarters in Abuja. The visit featured a strategic business meeting aimed at strengthening the partnership between the two institutions. During the meeting, key areas of mutual interest was discussed, with a focus on improving synergy and enhancing service delivery in Nigeria's housing finance sector. The management team also expressed their commitment to continuous engagement and cooperation to streamline mortgage process and expand access to affordable housing for Nigerians. Thanks for staying with us. 15 February 2025, the management of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, headed by Shehu Usman Osidi, marked 1 year in office. To put the year in perspective, the management team, headed by the MD, gave a progress report before its mother ministry. The report captured the bold initiatives and innovative financing solutions through which the FMBN is expanding access to affordable housing. In our next segment, we bring you excerpts from that brief, which captures the bank's 2025 agenda, its advancement, new products and plans to reshape Nigeria's housing finance landscape. Keep watching.
The executive management team appointed to oversee the affairs of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria in February 2024 is headed by Shehu Usman Osidi as Managing Director. Other members of the management team are Honorable Mohammed Sani Abdu, Executive Director, Loans and Mortgage Services; Ibidapo Odujukan, Executive Director, Finance and Corporate Services; and Mrs. Chinenye Anosike, Executive Director, Business Development and Portfolio Management. The team, since its appointment, has been working to transform the bank into a global competitor in the mortgage industry. It came up with a 7-point agenda which was carefully considered and adopted to achieve its goal of affordable housing for low and medium income earners. Items on the agenda include deepening process automation, promoting cost efficiency, enhancing credit quality and reducing non-performing loans, effective project management, expanding strategic partnerships, enthroning a robust organizational employee performance management system, and standardized capacity building and talent management. After 1 year of driving this agenda, the FMBN management presented a progress report to the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. Outlining its progress, the Managing Director, Shehu Usman Osidi, explained that the bank is making bold moves towards expanding its reach, increasing funding, and unlocking new opportunities for citizens across the country. Osidi said one of its major milestones is the deployment of a cutting-edge core banking application, a digital transformation that will improve efficiency, transparency, and service delivery.
The real essence of automation is to make our business process easier and more seamless, and to provide convenience for the customer. So after closure in March, we have agreed with the consultants deploying the software to go into a warranty period which will last for 6 months, during which period the developer will attend to issues that may come up at no additional cost to the bank. At present, the project stands at 96% completion.
Beyond technological advancements, Osidi said the FMBN is actively working to reform Nigeria's housing finance laws with a view to modernize housing policies, improve loan accessibility, and align regulations with current economic realities.
The review of the NHF and FMBN bills. The bank has been on this journey for quite a while because, as we know, the National Housing Fund was created by an Act of Parliament in 1992, while the FMBN was also created by an Act of 1993. And because of the period it has taken, a lot of the provisions in these two acts have become very obsolete, ineffective. And so the bank has been making a lot of proposals, engaging with the National Assembly and other stakeholders to review these acts. In 2018, the bank succeeded in getting the two chambers of the National Assembly to pass these laws, but unfortunately, the president declined assent for the reason that some stakeholders have raised some concerns. We have engaged those stakeholders and we have reached a common ground. Where we are at now is that we are discussing with the National Assembly so that we can represent the two bills.
The managing director then highlighted the ambitious yet achievable key focus areas for the FMBN in 2025, which include recapitalization of the bank, introduction of new mortgage products, enhanced fund mobilization for affordable housing delivery, process automation and enhancement, establishment of the National Mortgage Registry, enhancement of housing funding, support for the Renewed Hope Housing Agenda, recovery of wrongful deductions from FMBN operational account, loan recovery, and implementation of the performance management system. A key part of the FMBN's performance report highlighted key operational surplus from January 2023 to December 2024. It also showcased significant growth in NHF collection, loan approvals, and loan disbursement that will be continuous in 2025.
In 2023, Honorable Minister, the bank made an operational surplus of 226.3 million naira, while in 2024, we substantially grew this figure to 11.5 billion. We believe that we'll be able to sustain and improve on this performance in 2025. We would also like to highlight some of the elements of our loans, which is a major activity of the bank. So on the next slide, we have total loan approvals, growing also in 2023 from 39 billion to 71.5 billion in 2024.
Responding, the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Architect Ahmed Bengiwa, commended the FMBN for its achievements so far. He complimented the presentation by outlining strategies to make home ownership more accessible and affordable.
The way to create affordable housing, the first thing is the designs. Make sure you have a very robust design that does respect the culture of the environment and is not economic, and very economical design, no waste of space. And you ensure that the specifications are reduced to the bare minimum, the basics specifications. Affordable housing doesn't need a POP ceiling. It doesn't need granite or ceramic tiles. It can be a bare floor. That's affordable. When the owner enters, he can now upgrade it to whatever he wants to do. That will assist you in costings, and that costing you have to ensure that you target those margin between the low and the medium income earners who are mostly civil servants. So that's why with that you can target off-takers affordability. That is the only way to target off-takers affordability, in the designs, in the costings, and in the specifications. Because you must know that 80% of Nigerians are in the low medium income earners.
Guided by its core mandate through innovative policies, strategic partnerships, and a commitment to progress, FMBN is reshaping Nigeria's housing finance landscape one home at a time. As the bank intensifies its efforts in 2025, the dream of affordable home ownership is becoming a reality for more Nigerians than ever before.
You're still tuned into Everyone Deserves a Home. Behind every block laid, every loan approved, and every key handed over is a dream come true to the beneficiary. The National Housing Fund scheme is not just about buildings. It's about people and stories of resilience and dreams fulfilled. In our next segment, Professor Ganiat Adejoke shares with us her motivating and enlightening journey towards becoming a homeowner. Let's listen to her story, and who knows, you might just be the next.
I can assure all Nigerians that if you apply, once it is available, you will get.
Definitely the scheme is real.
It's a big testimony to stop paying rent.
Excellent. Seriously excellent.
It works and is real.
Professor Ganiat Adejoke is a distinguished professor of economics at the National Open University of Nigeria. She began her journey to home ownership after learning about the opportunity through the National Housing Fund unit in her university. The initiative encouraged staff to become homeowners, which ultimately became the turning point in her quest for a secure and affordable home.
I went to Federal Mortgage Bank to meet the then MD, that is Alaji Dangiwa? Yes. And it was so nice. He accepted me, welcomed me very well, and then told me that the person is not under collaboration with them, that they will prefer us, civil servants, to try and key into the joint scheme that they are having with developers, because that they have control over the developers. So, and he gave me a list of the available housing, developing housing that are under development, and I actually have learned my lesson that I don't want to buy a house that is not, I cannot see, because for that self-made, you can only see the prototype. It's all promises of I will build, and then I said no. This one, and he told me, Alaji Dangwa told me, this perfect estate is ready. You can go and visit, and I will recommend. And I came here, I met it ready, and I said no, this is where I'm meant to be.
As a proud home owner, Professor Ganiat shared with us details of her new home, the cost involved, and her experience with the documentation process.
The house is 3-bedroom apartment, but why I love it so much is because the wing where I am, they call it expandable flats, and the architect Dayo, the developer, left a space at the back for expansion of the house into upgrading to 4-bedroom when anybody is ready. When we got the house, it was 12 million naira, honestly, but now I think it's going for about maybe 35 million naira. That was in 2020, and then we also paid 10% equity, like I said. It makes it very easy for us as civil servants to be able to afford paying 1.2 million.
She explained how the monthly deduction repayment process works and shares how she finds it convenient and stress-free.
And after all, I was waiting for them to, start deducting the money. So when I didn't see deduction, I went to my mortgage bank, that is Federal Housing Mortgage Bank, FHA. I went to FHA, and FHA said, okay, they will do my calculation for me. They did how much I'll be paying per month they will deduct from my salary, and that makes it actually very easy. And they're going to deduct across the years I have left in service, which actually make it easy payments.
She also revealed the loan product under which she acquired her home and encouraged Nigerians to take advantage of the National Housing Fund (NHF) scheme provided by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria to avoid falling victim to fraudulent developers.
It's under the NHF, not under cooperative. So it's under my personal NHF passbook was very key to this application, and my university prepared up-to-date pass book for us to apply, to support our documentation to the Federal Mortgage Bank. There are a lot of scammers out there who are parading themselves as developers. So cooperative institutions should be careful of who they will trust with their money, especially the equity money. And they should also ensure that it is the one that is in collaboration with Federal Mortgage Bank. That would assure them that the developer will deliver. Because with Federal Mortgage Bank, I think they are doing good monitoring to ensure that developers are on track with development of housing schemes. Everybody deserves a home. I'm a happy home owner.
Our question for the week is, why should I consider taking an FMBN loan?
With what people are earning now, it's very difficult for any person to put up a house from the earnings that they're making and then add feeding, add other things. No. So it's only when they go through our products, like this, our rent to own, our home renovation loan, our individual construction loan, cooperative loan, only when they go through it, that's when they can be able to afford houses that they can call their own. Because our own interest is very low. It's the least in the whole Nigeria. 6%, single digits. We don't exceed it. So that is why we are where we are.
And on that note, we wrap up this episode of the program. Don't forget to join us again next week, same time, same station, for another informative and exciting edition. And for more information about the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, feel free to visit any FMBN branch office near you or log on to www.fmbn.gov.ng. If you are already an NHF contributor, you can easily check your contribution status by dialing *219#. Thank you for watching. Until we meet again next week, see you.